Okay, welcome back. It's about 10:32 a.m. on the 22nd of October, Thursday, 2020. I had a little bit of a lull, and I just thought this is the time to crank out a 10-minute update. So, we're now on the morning of the announcement that PayPal is going to be integrating crypto, meaning you can buy and sell crypto. Apparently, you will not be able to withdraw it, like the same as it is on Robinhood. So that's a downside, and it's interesting. We should talk about it, but you will likely be able to buy goods and all the services that you can use PayPal to buy things for all over the web with these currencies instead of US dollars. That's the big thing. Um, Before we go into that, let's check the portfolio of my stocks off the screen. I am up 0.87% today and down 3.5% for the entire week. Nothing crazy, which means the market is not reacting to any kind of stimulus possibilities that I'm really aware of here. S&P 500 is just like slightly up. Same with the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq is ticking up, though it is technically down still. However, if we go to price news, which we will right now, I mean, Bitcoin is now over $13,000. It jumped up 14% in the last week, and just in the last hour, in the last day, we're still up 2%, but we jumped up 8% yesterday. It was insane. So if anyone thinks that the price is reflective on possible stimulus news, I would say no, because the regular stock market is not reacting that way. I would say that this is definitely due to the news that PayPal is going to be moving forward. I mean, that is the biggest announcement in crypto. It's the biggest thing, in my opinion, the biggest thing to happen to crypto since the last bull run. Since Bitcoin went to $20,000, nothing as exciting as maybe a future bull run hasn't happened yet is as exciting as this. So this is great. But let's get real and read this article, The Good and Bad About Crypto on PayPal. Crypto market cap surged by $25 billion yesterday following the news that PayPal would be enabling cryptocurrency payments, but there are a lot of caveats that the average user needs to know about. Global payments provider PayPal has almost 350 million users and 26 million vendors in its network, so the introduction of crypto payments has been widely lauded as bullish for the industry. Exactly. So that's a third of a billion users, 26 million vendors. Crypto markets surged and Bitcoin cranked to a new 2020 high of 13,200 during the hours after the news broke. Many industry experts have praised the move as a great thing for Bitcoin and the entire crypto ecosystem, but all might not be what it seems. Okay. Enabling decentralized digital assets on a highly centralized platform with astronomical fees may not be the best combination, and here's why. Whatever. No crypto withdrawals, big fees. Like I said, you will not be able to withdraw. So this is not Coinbase, basically. This is not where you're going to go to put crypto into your ledger. You're still going to go to Coinbase or some other fiat gateway for that. PayPal is where you're going to go if you want to, I guess, send crypto so that you can buy stuff. Let's see. Firstly, PayPal will not allow crypto assets to be withdrawn to external wallets, so essentially once they're on the platform, PayPal can set whatever price it wants for users needing to convert back to fiat. Okay? If anyone is... Yeah, that's true. So you basically have to be careful. Don't send anything to PayPal that you should just be keeping on a ledger anyway. I mean, you're not supposed to be leaving your crypto on an exchange, so definitely don't leave it with PayPal. If you're hodling for store of value, that's a ledger thing. But if you actually want to buy stuff with Bitcoin, you just send that Bitcoin to PayPal and write it off as Bitcoin that will be used to spend. If anyone has used PayPal to change currencies or send money to an account in another country, they'll be painfully aware of the Forex spread, which can be as much as 8% depending on the currency being converted. OKCoin COO Jason Lau pointed out that the pain they may be in store regarding the fees. Right. Okay. Additionally, PayPal will not allow crypto transfers between different accounts as observed by lawyer Jake Chervinsky. Okay. Yeah, like I said, you can only use it for purchasing. Yes, and the taxman, of course. Essentially, PayPal's mimicked the purchasing of crypto assets on trading platforms such as Robinhood, offering users exposure to the asset but preventing them from owning it independently. Chervinsky added, if you can't make withdrawals to self-custody and don't hold your own keys, is it even Bitcoin? Great question. The tax man cometh. The whole setup could also open a huge can of worms when it comes to taxes. PayPal is only offering crypto services to U.S. account holders initially, and America happens to have some of the harshest tax regulations on the planet. The IRS classifies crypto assets such as bitcoins as property, not currencies, therefore they are subject to capital gains taxes. This means that PayPal users buying, selling, or spending crypto will be generating taxable events that need to be reported. If a user buys a smartphone using Bitcoin, for example, they would need to declare the price they obtained the BTC at and the price it was when they sold it for the item, paying taxes on any gains it may have had, in addition to that on any items purchased. The documentation reporting is a minefield, and PayPal has already stated it is down to the individual, not them, to complete the tax returns. Interesting. The good news is that PayPal may introduce the concept of cryptocurrency to millions of new users, but the drawbacks will probably prevent them from using the platform in the long run. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see what happens, though. Because I'm in the West. I'm in the U.S. Most of you are probably in the West, but maybe one of you is in Venezuela. And maybe one of you is in the Middle East or Africa or some part of Asia or some part of the world where your currency sucks and this is just better off. Yeah, this is still not... I mean, look, I'm in America and I have Amazon Prime. I don't even use PayPal. You're not going to see me spending any of my own Bitcoin on goods on the internet because I have the US dollar. But this is a move that kind of goes against the dollar. We'll see how it goes, but I think it's great for the world and great for the price of Bitcoin for sure. I'm not in a position to use it, and neither are a lot of people, but other people in the world are. And so let's just kind of cover this price news real quick. Because of all this, Bitcoin soared to 13,200 as 17 billion were added to the market cap. We heard 25 billion in the last article. Bitcoin went on a wild ride towards a new 2020 high of 13,220. The total market cap neared 400 billion as most altcoins saw impressive increases as well. Bitcoin painted a fresh yearly high of over 13,200 following promises news from PayPal. Following promising news from PayPal. This time, the altcoins joined the ride and the total market cap has surged by 23 billion since yesterday alone. Bitcoin registers a new 2020 high. Significant news emerged yesterday when the giant online payment processor PayPal announced it would be enabling customers to purchase, sell, and hold Bitcoin and other digital assets. The integration will first be available in the coming weeks for US-based users, and it will reach other countries next year. The cryptocurrency market reacted immediately as Bitcoin doubled down on its recent impressive performance. Bitcoin was hovering just shy of its previous 2020 high of 12,500. In the following hours, though, the primary cryptocurrency smashed that level. All coins followed suit. Yep, exactly. Cool. Just like this. Doesn't that look pretty? Ethereum over 400 again. Bitcoin near 13,000. I love it. Good day. Let's see what happens. If I know my patterns, though, I'm still bullish long term, but I bet you the price drops at least another $1,000. That's what happens. We get an awesome announcement, there's a pump, and then there's a dump, and then we kind of trade sideways back and forth as we incrementally go back up. I definitely could see us hitting $14,000 or $15,000 by end of year, but I think the market will come back down once this excitement kind of wears off. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but you'll see. Any big winners or big losers other than what we saw yesterday? I mean, Chainlink. What else? Anything? VeChain. Interesting. Okay. That's basically it. All right. And in precious metals news, gold, silver slump, fresh fundamental, spark needed. Gold and silver futures prices are sharply down in midday U.S. trading Thursday. Both metals continue to trade in an inverse fashion with the daily movements of the U.S. dollar index, which on this day is higher on a corrective bounce after hitting a 6-week low Wednesday. The safe haven gold and silver bulls need a new fundamental spark, such as a geopolitical flare-up, to break prices out of their weeks-long malaise. December gold futures were last down $26.80 at 1902.80, and December COMEX silver was last down 58.6 cents at 24.66 an ounce. Okay. Global stock markets were mixed overnight, with Asian shares mostly weaker than European shares mostly firmer. U.S. stock indexes are weaker at midday. Risk appetite among traders and investors has waned a bit recently. COVID-19 stimulus packages discussions between congressional Democrats and Republicans continue, even after House Speaker Pelosi's stated deadline for a deal has been passed. The window is rapidly closing on any deal reached and implemented before the U.S. election in November. That's what I was saying at the beginning of this video, that it's not stimulus, it's PayPal. Okay. Gold is definitely slumping bigly. Silver a bit too, but it's almost like getting tiresome ending the videos with these prices because aren't they kind of just always right there? I still think it's a safe bet as a store of value that is a non-digital store of value. So go for it. And with that, have a great day.